Contractor red flags. What to look for when you're choosing a contractor. The warning signs aren't always dramatic. They rarely show up as someone being outright unprofessional or unsafe. Those are easy to spot. The more important signals tend to be quieter. They show up in how clearly someone explains their work, how much structure exists around the process, and how comfortable they are talking through uncertainty. One thing to pay attention to is how specific a contractor can be. Not whether they have every answer immediately, but whether they're willing and able to explain how decisions would be made. Renovation involves unknowns by nature. A thoughtful contractor acknowledges that and can describe how scope is defined, how schedules are built, and how unexpected conditions are handled when they appear. When everything is spoken about in broad terms with no clear framework, it becomes difficult to understand what actually is being proposed. Another signal worth noticing is how decisions are approached. Renovating your home is a significant investment, and it's reasonable to take time to evaluate your options. A contractor who respects that, understands that good decisions come from clarity, not urgency, you should feel supported in asking questions, reviewing information, and making choices at a pace that allows you to be confident and not rushed. Documentation reveals a lot about how a project will be managed. Clear written scopes, defined allowances, and written agreements create a shared reference point as decisions are being made. When details are left informal or implied, the project relies on memory or interpretation, which naturally drift over time. Contractors who value documentation tend to do so because they've seen how it protects everyone involved and keeps the work grounded in what actually has been agreed to. Communication style matters too, but it's important to understand the context. Early in the process, response times can vary as contractors balance multiple inquiries and active projects. What matters more is whether the contractor can explain how communication will work once a project is underway. Who is the main point of contact? How are decisions documented? How are updates shared? Knowing what to expect creates a steadier experience once work begins. It's also worth listening how a contractor talks about past projects and working relationships. Renovation is complex, and challenges are normal. Contractors who speak thoughtfully about those challenges, focusing on how the issues were addressed rather than who was at fault, they tend to bring the same mindset to your project. Ownership and clarity go a long way in maintaining a productive working relationship. Finally, pay attention to timelines or pricing that sound unusually fast or unusually low. Renovation work has clear constraints. Sequencing, material lead times, coordination with craftsmen, and existing project commitments all affect how quickly and affordably work can happen. An experienced contractor may not offer the fastest or cheapest option, but they should be able to explain what influences the timing and the cost and why those factors matter for your project. Noticing these signals early doesn't guarantee a flawless renovation, but it does help you in choosing someone whose process, communication style, and expectations align with yours. Renovation work is best when both sides share a clear understanding of how decisions will be made and how the work will unfold. That clarity tends to show up long before construction ever begins.